Previously on the People's House, chaos on Capitol Hill. The House will be in order. The yeas are 216, the nays are 210. The office of Speaker of the House is hereby declared vacant. Kevin, you have to run again. We have no clear choice for a successor. Of course, you have many clear choices. Besides, I don't have the votes. Just remember that. And I think the best thing is time for me to go. I will not run for speaker again. I'll have the conference pick somebody else. Now that Kevin McCarthy is out, who will succeed him? Steve Scalise? Jim Jordan? Or will it be another Republican? Another Republican with a lot of name recognition. We do not know who will be chosen to lead the conference. Will the Republicans make the right choice? And most importantly, who will get control of the Speaker's gavel? Find it out tonight on the People's House. Chaos on Capitol Hill.
For the first time in U.S. history, the House has voted to oust the Speaker.
Major shift in power on Capitol Hill. The House just voted to remove Speaker Kevin McCarthy.
For the first time in the history of American democracy and the first Congress of 1789, the Speaker of the House has been removed from his position as the leader of the chamber.
You have never seen what you see unfolding now in the well of the House in American history. A Speaker essentially kicked out of his job.
I will not run for Speaker again. I'll have the conference pick somebody else.
You're watching Fox and Friends.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Fox and Friends this morning. I'm Steve Ducey here with the lovely Ainsley Earhart and our good friend, Mr. Brian Kilmeade, drinking his coffee every day on this show. Yep, that's right, folks. Every morning, I bring out some coffee, black and sweet, just how I like mine. Whoa, Brian. All right, don't pull a Tucker Carlson, buddy. All right, moving past that. This morning, Washington is waking up without a Speaker of the House because yesterday in a historic vote, Kevin McCarthy was removed by 8 Republicans and all the Democrats in the House. Wow. And last night, Speaker McCarthy announced he would not run again. Wow. And the race to succeed him will be crazy. Wow. Guys, stop saying wow. I'm the wow guy. Anyways, the race to succeed him is now being called a rat race because there are a whole bunch of names being tossed around. Steve Scalise, Jim Jordan, Donald Trump. You know, I don't think Donald Trump will be eligible for Speaker of the House because I remember I saw a rule, one of the new House GOP rules. It said that any person being indicted more than 5 times can't be Speaker of the House. They're ineligible. Well, sometimes people can change the rules. Like those 19 Republicans back in January, they changed the rules and they got Kevin McCarthy out for it. Either way, that's some good cup of joe. I mean, I don't know if Steve Scalise will run. I mean, after all, isn't he suffering from cancer? Isn't he having cancer treatment right now? Well, it's not that serious. He could still run. I don't know about you guys, but I'm backing Jim Jordan. He is my conservative. He's a great guy. But I really wonder if Donald Trump would run. Because if he would run, that would be hilarious. Oh, we're getting a call. Oh, it's former President Trump. Mr. Trump, good morning. Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Ainsley. How are you doing this morning, Mr. President? I was watching this program and I saw that you were mocking me, Steve. Huh? You said you thought it would be hilarious that I'd run if I run for speaker. I haven't even decided yet. We're not saying we think you're gonna run. We're just thinking of it. Look, I'll make a decision on speaker by Saturday. But in the meantime, Fox and Friends is no longer my favorite show because you always show that hideous photo of me, and you all are always mocking me. You all are a bunch of a-holes. Peace. Well, that was interesting. Do you know who you're going to vote for speaker yet, Marjorie? I don't know, Lauren. I don't know. I saw on Fox and Friends this morning, Steve Ducey was simply endorsing Donald Trump for Speaker of the House. That gave me a good idea. I think I'm going to nominate him for Speaker. Well, I was just simply stopping by to ask you if you would vote for Jim Jordan. What, is he running? Not yet. He just hasn't declared yet. So he's gonna run, but he hasn't declared yet? Yes. And he hasn't told you this. I mean, he has told me about this. Okay. Well, me and 6 other Republicans have endorsed Donald Trump today, including the great Dr. Ronnie Jackson from Texas, Matt Gaetz, Mark Wayne Mullen, my old buddy. How's the Senate doing for you? Shut up. Just shut up, you idiot. Whoa, those are some kind words to speak to a friend who I haven't seen for 10 months. What you did to Kevin McCarthy yesterday was despicable. Heck, I think the House should expel you for what you did. Did what? You know what you did. Oh, the sex trafficking thing by the DOJ. No, they didn't charge me, so I'm not guilty. But they had the ethics investigation going on. Oh, that's still happening? I thought that ended when the Democrats lost control. No, that's still happening. And I'm willing to testify before the House Ethics Committee and tell about how you showed me lewd videos of your other girlfriends. Are you sure that was me in those videos or Hunter Biden? Oh, I'm sure it was you, buddy. See you later. Jim Jordan is apparently announcing something to some Republicans. Good evening, people. Good morning. Today I'm announcing that I will run for Speaker of the House because I want to bring back conservatism to the role of Republican leader. I'll still vote for Trump. Alright, Fox News alert. Jim Jordan has now declared his candidacy for Speaker of the House. Meanwhile, in San Francisco, it's just so sad. What? Oh, it's my phone. I'll answer it. Hello? Hello, Speaker Emerita. This is the new House Speaker, the Speaker Pro Temp, Patrick McHenry. Oh, Kevin got fired, did he? Yes, and my first part of my political revenge against the Democrats is this. I am ordering you, Nancy Pelosi, by declaration of the acting Speaker of the House, which is me, to vacate your office, your personal office, by tomorrow morning. If you don't, the locks will be changed. Well, I'm afraid I can't do that right now. Why not? Because I'm in San Francisco right now at the funeral of my late friend, the senator from California, Dianne Feinstein. Just send some staff to clear out your office for all I care. Get everything out by tomorrow morning. Oh, you got that? Sure thing, Pee Wee Herman. That guy is such a... Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sean Hannity here. It's official. Steve Scalise is running for Speaker of the House. Here's what he told reporters today. Now listen, you guys, I'm going to run for Speaker of the House. I'm announcing that right now. In order to unite the House Republican Conference throughout this next election cycle. Okay? I'll do anything to unite the conference. Bye. There you have it, folks. A race between two men for the speakership. Jim Jordan and Steve Scalise. Or perhaps maybe a third contender. That's right, I'm talking about former President Trump. He may announce a bid for Speaker in the next couple days. He signaled that he would go to the Capitol on Wednesday to confront his party and announce something. But I don't know, because they have rules about indicted people. Because, of course, we all know these indictments are false. Let's remember that. Anyways, just to let you know, crazy Letitia James is crazy. She has brought a phony case to this court and is a sham on the people of New York. Thank you all. That's all I'm going to say. Mr. Trump, do you plan on running for Speaker of the House? Oh, I gotta go back and answer this. What's that? Are you going to run for Speaker of the House? Well, let me tell you this. I'm thinking about it, but right now I'm more focused on running for President of the United States. I will do anything to unite the party in the House these next 2 years. I would actually accept 100 days as Speaker, then resign on January 20th, 2024. 1 year before I'm inaugurated the 47th President of the United States. That's all I'm going to say about this. Thank you. Good evening. Welcome to the Ingram Angle. I'm Laura Ingram. Tonight, there's one question on everyone's mind in Washington. Speaker of the House, Donald J. Trump. That's what many are asking after Donald Trump said that he would accept 100 days as Speaker of the House if he chose to do that. Let me show you this one photocropped image. It shows what essentially is supposed to be the State of the Union, where Donald Trump, as Speaker, is hitting Joe Biden in the head with a gavel, seemingly giving him the Bob Saget treatment. Reminds me of an old video I saw. It was a fake one of John Boehner accidentally hitting Nancy Pelosi. Let's show it.
I now pass this gavel and the sacred trust that goes with it to the new Speaker. God bless you, Speaker Boehner.
Now, I know people are going to hate me for saying this. They're all going to say, oh, Laura Ingram is insensitive. Well, I know it's insensitive because I showed this video months after Paul Pelosi. Well, I think it's now 1 year to the day where Paul Pelosi was hit by the hammer. You crazy people. Always thinking of the insensitive things. On Monday, Fox News is going to hold a debate, a House Speaker debate, between Jim Jordan and Steve Scalise. Candidates say they won't participate, but they agree it will be closed doors, and the recording will play after it is done on Fox News. And now a message from former President Donald Trump. Good morning, my fellow Americans. I'm announcing today that I am endorsing Jim Jordan for Speaker of the House because he has the integrity and the trust of the Republican caucus. He has a very good shot at winning. He will be a very successful speaker. I know from his leadership on Benghazi and the impeachments of Joe Biden that he will make an excellent leader for the House Republican Conference and a tremendous Speaker of the House. So he has my complete and total endorsement. And to those wondering, I will not run for Speaker of the House. Period. The Fox News debate is set to begin any minute right now in the House Republican conference room between Steve Scalise and Jim Jordan. And we have set up a box podium in case if Donald Trump wants to participate in this debate, which is highly unlikely. Ladies and gentlemen, this debate begins now. Good evening, I'm Sean Hannity. Welcome to the first and only Speaker of the House Republican nomination debate between two representatives. Representative Jim Jordan and House Majority Leader Representative Steve Scalise. Alright, we are live in the House Republican Conference Room. Wait, you said this was going to be pre-recorded, Sean. live and ready. Not live and ready, pre-recorded. This was part of our deal. Well, too late, Jim. You fell for it, and now you're going to be in the debate. Fine. I'm so mad right now, I couldn't even wear a jacket today. Jim, you never wear a jacket. You came to work day one of your first term without wearing a jacket. That's why people hate you. You never wear a jacket. All right, let's get to our first topic, gentlemen. The motion to vacate has become a big issue among this nomination election. Speaker McCarthy was removed by 8 members of the House Republican Conference. That just 4% of House Republicans, along with just the rest of the whole Democrat liberals in the House. What would you do to punish those 8 members? Jim, you get the first question. So Sean, the one thing I'd do for these 8 Republicans is either censure them or expel them from Congress. I only expel one of them, Matt Gaetz. Because we had ethics investigations going on that were not ended when the Democrat House ended. We continued those investigations under the new Republican House. And these investigations could be done any day now. And if they say that Matt Gaetz did wrongdoing, that the leftist Biden DOJ didn't even say anything about, then I guess we're going to have to expel him for sexual behavior. And for the others, I say censure them, remove them from their committee assignments for the rest of the House GOP. Because this is ridiculous of how we run things. And if we continue the motion to vacate, speakers of the House in future terms will be more weaker by the day. Thank you. Representative Scalise, same question. Well, I kind of agree what Mr. Jordan said. It's a shame that 8 House Republicans, only 4 of the House Republican Conference, voted to remove Matt Gaetz along with the radical left Democrats. It's crazy. But I think the best idea is to just censure all of them, just for punishment for voting with the Democrats on this. Because if they wanted Kevin out, they would have sought more support from our conference. But no, they had to seek support from the radical left. Only 8 Republicans voted to oust Kevin McCarthy, along with the radical left. So we need to end this motion to vacate in the next speaker election, whoever the next speaker will be, me or Mr. Jordan. All right. Job fitness is one of the many things Americans want for a Speaker of the House. Jim Jordan, do you think you have the exact experience to be Speaker of the House? Sean, I have been in leadership positions in committees a lot. I served as chair on the Benghazi Committee. I served on the House Judiciary Committee, where we're running impeachment efforts against the president right now. And I'm also leading a subcommittee investigation into the weaponization of the federal government. So as you can see, I have leadership positions all over Congress and committees. So I think I'm prepared to be Speaker of the House. Mr. Scalise, same question. Well, first I want to start with saying that, Mr. Jordan, you are not the chairman of the Benghazi Committee. Trey Gowdy was the chairman of Benghazi. You just served on that committee and gave angry questions. That's all I'll say. Let me tell you this. This guy, he reminds me of Anger from Inside Out. Something my kids have been watching with their kids. Let me show you a photo comparison. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, from Lego Post Presidency, there's this post that makes a lot of sense. He writes, "So that's where I know him from," referencing Jim Jordan to Anger from Inside Out. Ladies and gentlemen, look at the resemblance. Both of them do not wear a jacket. Both of them have that angry expression on their face. Wow. So crazy, I don't think Americans would want some real-life Disney character as Speaker of the House. But, Mr. Scalise, that was not my question. My question was, do you have enough leadership experience to be Speaker of the House? Oh, sorry. Yes, I do. I actually do have leadership experience. I've been in leadership since 2014. I was House Majority Whip. Then I got shot, came back alive. Then I was House Minority Whip. Now I'm here today, House Majority Leader. And now in the next couple days, I hope Speaker of the House. Mr. Jordan, your rebuttal? First of all, I resent being called a Disney character. I'm not. I do not look like Anger from Inside Out, believe me. But I do agree on one thing. We both don't wear jackets. We always have angry expressions. Oh, shut up. Anyways, I don't think Steve Scalise has the fitness to be Speaker of the House because, he's going under cancer treatment right now. And he has multiple myeloma, which is serious among all the cancers. So how will he be Speaker of the House if he's having cancer treatment? I'm sorry, my friend, but it's clear that you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Wow. Mr. Scalise, your response? First of all, I find it very rude that you're mocking my illness. It's a very deadly illness. Kills up to millions of people every year. How can you say that I am not effective to lead leadership when you have clearly no leadership experience at all? You claimed that you were the chair of the Benghazi committee, which you weren't. You were on that committee as a member. You call being chair of the House Judiciary Committee and the Weaponization Committee leadership roles? Give me a break. Mr. Jordan does not know what real leadership is because he's never been in leadership. And I say it's time someone with experience had the job as Speaker of the House. Not some deranged lunatic on my right who never wears a jacket, always is crazy, and looks like a Disney character. Thank you. That's all I have to say. Thank you, Representative Scalise, and that'll be all for this debate. I'm Sean Hannity, now returning to the Ingram angle right now. So, Sean, who do you think won the debate tonight? Well, I'm not sure, but, Jim Jordan, he had that one zinger about weakest link and all that to Steve Scalise, but that was only one zinger. Steve Scalise, he had a lot of roasts, a lot of jokes, so I should declare him the winner. I mean, that Disney character joke about Jim Jordan was hilarious. Alright, folks, the conference will be in order. We will now be holding a vote for the nomination for Speaker of the House. The two candidates are Jim Jordan and Steve Scalise. You may vote for others or vote present if you want to. Let the vote begin. Miss Green from Georgia. Heck, screw Donald Trump. I'm voting for Jim Jordan. Yes. 1 hour later. With all the votes recorded, we can now say that Steve Scalise, the majority leader of the House, is now our nominee for Speaker of the House. The vote for Speaker shall be held tomorrow. Wait! Mr. Speaker, I understand there are some holdouts in this conference that are unwilling to vote for the nominee. And I'm requesting that we take time to negotiate, delay the vote for Speaker until when we have the votes. Granted. Alright. I understand all of you here at this meeting are unwilling to vote for me for Speaker of the House. I'm here to convince you guys all that I am willing to serve as a great speaker. I'll lead this conference, unite it, not divide it, throughout this Congress and throughout the next election cycle. I want to fix the divide Kevin McCarthy created. And you guys are the same ones that voted against him in January, and you were the same ones that ousted him. Well, some of you. Well, I am supporting Jim Jordan all the way, and all these Republicans here at this table will continue that. Shut up, Lauren. No one wants to hear from you. That's why you got caught vaping. Marjorie, shut up. You are drunk. Now listen here, Bobert. Alright, you two ladies better shut up. I was not sent here to babysit both of you. I'm willing to negotiate all the way to make sure I have the votes needed. Well, you can keep on trying, Steve, but that's not going to happen. You're not conservative enough to be Speaker. Why? Ever since you were shot back in 2017, you were more soft on gun rights. You don't support the Second Amendment anymore. You don't. You support restricting firearms from all Americans so criminals can kill us. You're with the liberal Democrats. First of all, I never said that I didn't like the Second Amendment. I support the Second Amendment. I'm a Second Amender. It's just that assault rifles, those are the big issue. Ha! So you're a liberal. No, I'm not saying that. Let's get out of here, guys. We're done with the negotiations. We're all going to be voting for Jim Jordan next week, and you won't have the votes. Think, Steve, think. You can deal with these Republicans. Kevin did. You've been in leadership longer than he has. You can take them. Or are you just fighting a battle you can't win? I guess there's one thing left to do. Here we see Steve Scalise heading to the podium, about to make an announcement to the press regarding negotiations with Republican detractors. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, I've been in leadership for a long time. It's been an honor in my life. And it was an honor to be nominated for the nomination as Speaker for this Congress. Although it came evident to me that I'm fighting a battle now that I can't win. Sadly, now I am withdrawing my name from the race for Speaker of the House. I'll stay on as Majority Leader, but I'll support any other nominee that the Republican Conference chooses. Whether they unite us or divide us. That's right. I quoted George H.W. Bush. Wait, no, that was W. Bush. Sorry. Either way, good evening. We'll see you all tomorrow. Fox News alert, we have breaking news right now. Steve Scalise has just announced that he's withdrawing his candidacy for Speaker of the House. Reminds me of how Kevin McCarthy withdrew his candidacy when he became the frontrunner, then the Freedom Caucus refused to endorse him. Pretty much that same situation again, except it's more different because the person negotiating it's not Kevin McCarthy. Scalise said he'll stay on as Majority Leader, but now that Scalise is withdrawn, and now this Congress has gone 1 week without a Speaker, probably another week without a Speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, this is no longer a battle for the gavel. This is a constitutional crisis. On the next episode of The People's House, Chaos on Capitol Hill. Now that Steve Scalise has withdrew from the speakership, who will succeed him as the nominee? We don't know. And it seems now this is a constitutional crisis, no longer a battle for the speakership. I'm announcing today that I am re-entering the race for Speaker of the House. Okay, folks, Jim Jordan has officially re-entered the race for Speaker of the House after Steve Scalise withdrew. And it seems now that he is the lone person to seek the nomination. We're now hearing an announcement from an unknown Republican congressman from Georgia. Good evening, everybody. I'm an unknown congressman from Georgia, and I'm announcing I'm challenging Jim Jordan for Speaker. Jim Jordan has officially won the nomination for Speaker of the House after a long fight and an easy defeat of an unknown Georgia congressman. It's now known by another vote that 50 people opposed Jim Jordan. That's a big issue. I'm announcing today as acting Speaker of the House will vote on Tuesday to vote for a Speaker of the House. It is now a battle between two men, Jordan and Jeffries, or maybe a third choice. The House is now voting on a Speaker. It could take us an hour to know the final result. It is clear now Jim Jordan has lost the first vote for Speaker of the House, with 20 people voting against him. All coming soon on The People's House. Chaos on Capitol Hill.